Hello, people on YouTube. Alright, another fan request. And this time, it's about the story of how I got a I found what is called now the repetitive blue screen, or the short term for that is RBS. And basically, this happened I found it from looking at the post way back when. I found it in December 15th, 2010. And a little short story. I had just gotten the record for Donkey Kong 3 on Donkey Kong 3 Hard, and I think I had like a 3,087,000. And unbeknownst to me, I was a few boards off from hitting the repetitive blue screen, but I didn't do it. So I was like, I got over 3 million because I didn't even know it existed. So I got over 3 million, and I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on Donkey Kong Junior now. So for the next few months, I was just constantly playing Junior, and just putting on like 4 or 5 hours a day, playing that one game over and over and over and over and over again. You know, after a while, though, you do a few months of doing that, you kind of like, maybe I should play another game. Like a game I'm good at, because I was just getting frustrated with the game, so I decided to go back to Donkey Kong 3 and just play it for fun. And play it on easy settings, basically. And at the time, I didn't have what's called MAME, Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, which is for your computer. Instead, I played on Java on the computer. Like there's this site called 1980 Games, and they have a few games, and you can't save the game. You just play for fun. So I decided, you know what? Let's just play on. I'm gonna play on just this site on Donkey Kong 3, see how well I do. Well, since it was on easy settings, I did better than I would have on hard settings, and I was able to actually get to the repetitive blue screen. I didn't know it existed. No one knew it existed at the time. And it was like, what the freak is this? I hit the blue screen, and then the next screen was blue, and then the next screen was blue, and then the next screen was blue. I was like, what on earth is going on? This is like, no one has ever told me about this thing. What is this? So it was a complete shock to me, because this was even folklore. This was even legend. No one had ever spoken a word about this. And so I come across it on board 160. It was another blue screen. And, okay, I should try to explain what the repetitive blue screen is. On board 160 and board 256, it keeps on repeating as blue board after blue board after blue board. I'm not too sure why it does that. I have no clue. I know that the Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Junior Killscreens happen because of a defect with the level counter and the timer. But the thing with Donkey Kong 3 is there is no level after board 35. There is no level counter. They just put a little lock on the board counter, and you see like flowers for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they don't count anymore. It's like, it's like, screw you. You've played this game too long. Get off the machine, basically. It's a little subtle hint. And so I was like, so there is no level counter, no board counter. So I have no clue why after board 159, why board 160 through 256 is all repetitive blue screens. I don't think anyone's gone into depth to figure out what causes that. But yeah. So, like I said, I didn't do this on arcade at first, or MAME. I actually did this on Java. And I don't know, the weird thing about Java is Java doesn't have any sound, so you're playing the game soundless, if you can imagine that. So, yeah, that's, I think a little later on, like a day or two later, I was able to play. I actually had a Donkey Kong 3 arcade machine at the time, and I was able to do it on easy settings, and I was able to get to like I think board 208, so I actually went pretty far. And yeah, it's a and I actually, because my machine's not the greatest, was not the greatest. It gave me like blisters on my hands because the joystick was super tight. So yeah, I did that. It was a shock, and at the time I didn't know what to call it. I was like, maybe you call it the eternal blue screen because maybe it goes on forever. No one knew. And then someone found out, like, oh yeah, by using save states, that if you go past board 256, it just loops back to board 1. So that's my explanation of the repetitive blue screen, of how I found it and stuff. Today it's actually if you go to Donkey Kong Forum, it's actually a badge. If you can get to board 160, you get this little RBS badge. It's kind of cool. So, yeah. It has like, yeah, it's almost like, it's not really a kill screen, but it's the closest thing you're going to have to a kill screen in Donkey Kong 3. Now, it's not, you keep on playing, but the fact that it goes wonky and haywire on you makes it's the closest thing you're going to have to a kill screen in the game, even though you can easily get past it. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching again, and you guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.